The Vanguard Titan, BT-7274. A versatile monster with a heart of gold and enough charm to endear himself to freedom's strongest flanker here. This is not his video. For you see, for every advanced, super unique, special mech, there's a mass-produced knockoff to go along with him. Say hello to Monarch. Let's build her, shall we? Before we discuss the Monarch, we do actually have to touch upon the Buddy Titan himself. BT!
Got you.
Bravo Tango 7274. One of the two protagonists of Titanfall 2, along with his found friend Jack Cooper. Though not initially bound to Coop, BT and Cooper's bromance engulf a majority of the campaign, helped by BT being, bar none, the best type of Titan there is. A Vanguard. Forged on the frontier, by the frontier, Vanguards differentiate themselves from standard Titans for two main reasons: versatility and intelligence. For the uninitiated Raven, Titanfall 2 is a class-based shooter, a predecessor to the malignant tumors that are hero shooters. Vanguard Titans? They didn't get that memo. BT starts his journey with the XO-16A2 chain gun, a 20mm death machine that's hell on infantry and serviceable against Titans. The Acolyte rocket pod, a shoulder-mounted missile rack capable of multi-lock and advanced tracking, and the Vortex shield, using the power of Source Spaghetti to gravity gun projectiles caught in BT's grasp wherever Cooper sees fit. Already, this is a formidable loadout for a mech of this scale, but the kicker? This is just how he starts! Throughout the course of the campaign, BT will scavenge loadouts from every class of Titan. This versatility would be nothing without a machine smart enough to take advantage of it, which is why the Frontier engineers opted to outfit each Vanguard Titan with remarkably advanced smart AIs, smart enough to be considered sapient.
I think somebody's in love.
A human's concept of love requires admiration, attraction, devotion, and respect. Conclusion: I am 50% in love.
Vanguards aren't your average wireback like a Marvin. They have functioning emotions, feel guilt and joy, can form bonds and attachments, and so on. They do have a version of the great Asimov's laws of robotics, but these seem to be more guidelines than forced rules. Protocol 1. Link to the pilot. Protocol 2. Uphold the mission. Protocol 3.
Protect the pilot.
Protect the pilot. Anyways. Conceived early in development, the design goal with BT was simple: a machine that could emote without falling into the trap of being too cute or too bossy. For 7 months, a star of developers, including one Kevin Anderson, forged away at BT, trying to strike a balance between lovable buddy and grizzled war veteran. A particular source of inspiration for BT, suggested by single-player designer Steve Fukuda, was the show Gargantia on the Verduous planet. This show stars a soldier, Leto, and his robot, Chamber, the two of whom must rely on one another to survive while stranded on an unfamiliar world, growing closer as they do so. Sound familiar? It's specifically noted that the growth and learning between these two served as a good spark to kick off what would become the iconic BT bromance. Thus, we land on the beautiful Vanguard Titan. With the expressive mono-eye head, soft and rectangular shape, and a slew of animations tailored to showcasing his rather inquisitive personality, the idea of the friend-shaped killing machine had been realized. This chassis, in turn, would be used by the rest of the militia faction in Titanfall 2, with Kevin supplying some absolutely gorgeous paint jobs and concept arts for other Vanguards, as well as the Buddy Titan himself. The versatility of the Vanguard wouldn't go unnoticed by the IMC, however, as after the events of the campaign, IMC engineers would claim battlefield salvage in the form of a pair of fallen Vanguards. While they weren't able to properly recreate what made the Vanguard so unique, the tech heads at Hammond were able to whip up something special. Enter the Monarch.
On a Sunday, out for a ride, I notice different things that look alike. On a Sunday, out for a ride, I notice many little things that look alike.
Built from the corpse of perfection, the Monarch Titan is the IMC's best attempt at mass-producible vanguards. Armed with the same XO-16A2 as her father, as well as an unguided missile rack on the shoulder, and a unique energy siphon ray that saps power from other machines to charge her own shields, the Monarch's base kit is arguably worse than Papa BT's. Monarchs without pilots are often sent into the fray as is, serving as little more than metallic meat for the grinder, never seeing their true potential. For those lucky girls who find that special someone though, those monarchs that find their way back to their ancestral home in the malicious embrace, where their forefathers were born, this is where the fun begins. The Upgrade Core is the IMC's answer to the Vanguard's versatility. A variable upgrade system with a slew of buffs to the Monarch's base kit, including missile racks. It's just called fucking missile racks, guys. It just writes itself. Which somehow gives Monarch a fat fucking rack of missiles, doubling the amount of rockets per burst. Maelstrom, which turns electric smoke into a potent anti-Titan smokescreen, and when combined with Aegis upgrades, gives her lance mates shields. And finally, the almighty Superior Chassis, which vastly bolsters the Monarch's health and shields while removing critical hit spots. A newly dropped Monarch is meat for the grinder, a grunt unit as disposable as a Zaku or Destroid. A Core 3 Monarch is the fucking grinder! Much like her father, she has some other options at her disposal if my gal Monet's loadout ain't your cup of tea. Pair arc rounds, anti-shield energy bullets for her favorite toy, with the XO-16 accelerator, and the Monarch can trade bulk for... Titan pilots in the garage have referred to these Monarchs as Diet Legions. While she can never be as all-encompassing as her father, the Monarch does have one trick up her sleeve that is all her own. Sheer unbridled avarice! With Energy Thief, Monarch's assassination is replaced with a unique animation showing your pilot hopping out to nab our girlie a much-needed snack in the form of a battery. These batteries, in turn, feed the upgrade core, furthering the cycle. Beat, eat, repeat. There are other options available, such as Survival of the Fittest, which allows your Titan to return from a doomed state if you feed her a battery. Or multi-track missile systems, which allows your missile racks to actually guide onto targets like BT's original Acolyte pod from the campaign. But quite frankly, I prefer me a fat bitch who can eat. Much like how the IMC sought to recreate the Vanguard's uniqueness, so too did Respawn seek to implement the same charm and flexibility of BT into the multiplayer. Using BT and Cooper's bromance and adaptability as the base concept, the squad worked for 5 months to bring Monarch to life. Upgrade Core was the key feature for the Royal Girlie. The investment involved in reaching Core 3 often causes the pilot inside her to become emotionally attached to their death machine, which is further helped by Monarch's own personality being quite cheery, always happy to see her pilot, and just as protective as her father.
Online. It is good to see you again.
This vocal performance was done by one Catherine Tabor, who Star Wars fans might recognize as a certain senator and cougar from the Clone Wars. And now for some bonus facts. Her nose art is a hand-me-down from her father, BT. Pre-launch renders of 7274 show him with the same wasp decal on his chest that his daughter has, but in-game, he bears a completely different sigil. For a limited time, there was actually a Frontier skin for the Monarch that made her look a little closer to Papa. Swapping the green for tan, the orange highlights replaced the blue, making Monarch resemble her father a lot more. Unfortunately, you can no longer purchase these skins, but much like how Monarch found her way back to the Frontier, there are ways to get around this. Now that we know the background of Hammond's little lookalike, let's see how she handles herself on Rubicon, shall we? Hit it! Do you want to be part of the funny clip dumps too? Want to serve alongside me, Poppy, and the rest of my unit? Come on down to that bucket garage and join up with the 332nd Red Ravens. So long as you're 18 plus and able to dive alongside us, 1 drop is all you need to earn your Martian badge. We also have art sharing, community game nights, movie nights, and a host of other amazing contents. Link in the description. If not, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to support the channel. Do your part!
Pilot control initiated. Link confirmed. Pilot, our position is compromised. Warning, hostile Titan detected. Exo-16 armed. Shield replenished. Exo-16 armed. Target eliminated. Well done. We are being engaged by multiple Titans. Exo-16 armed. Outnumbered 2-1. Be careful, pilot. Enemy eliminated. Shield restored. Impressive. Target eliminated.
Let's break this down. Monarch's kit, while far less difficult than BT's to translate, still has some transition pains going into Armored Core. The Changchen makes for a decent Exo-16, matching the general shape and fire rate while being a little bit more squished, but if you need a little more girth in your life, switch to the Attaché. Meanwhile, the Therapist grenade launcher functions well as Maelstrom. I attempted to use the ECM smoke grenade for her kit, but it wound up getting in the way more often than not. Besides, Maelstrom damage is nothing to sneeze at. It should be considered an offensive weapon. Now, Energy Siphon is where stuff got weird. After thoroughly testing several options, the Pulse Shield Launcher actually managed to find its way into this kit. Serving as both a defensive option while also stunning opponents hit by it, it was the closest analog I could throw on her left shoulder. From there, just bulk her up and she's good to go. Monet is far more passive in playstyle than her brother Scraps, demanding you hang back and take advantage of a little bit of range, only swooping in to finish off a stunned kill. Much like how Monarch actually plays, go figure! If you like the art in these videos and want to support the channel, I have various methods of support linked in the description below. If not, a like, a comment, and a sub are the easiest way to show some love. And as always, stay safe out there.